Trey Lance, I'm really excited to see him play, and I think that he has a lot of potential. And but we put so much emphasis on who the quarterback is, and we put all our blames there when really we should be looking at who's calling the shots, which is Kyle. And that what worries me. You look at this draft, and it's like it's all of Kyle's wish list basically, and we're not filling any holes, and
none.
Yeah, and it's like,
who needs a safety and a center? Let's get another running back.
Yeah, exactly.
Another running back for the second year in a row in round 3, because that's what we need.
Yeah, and that's what kind of worries me when I think about Trey Lance is it's like he's going to need time, so he's not going to be like Patrick Mahomes right out of the gate. But are we just going to dump all our blames on him for all the holes that the rest of the team?
Yes, that's
doing?
exactly what the fans are going to do, and I feel bad for Trey, because if Trey gets hurt behind this line, people are going to say he should have protected himself.
Yeah, and that's what worries me as a fan is that it's like, it's like for all the negatives Jimmy brought, I mean, he wasn't completely trash. It wasn't his fault that we didn't stop the Chiefs at 3rd and 12, 2-3 times in a row in the Super Bowl.
That's true.
So it's like, what is Kyle and the management of this team actually doing to actually address the actual holes? Instead, they blame everything on the quarterback position. And, it's like if Trey does great, wonderful. It covers all the multitude of sins.
That's true.
But if it doesn't do good, it's like, well, he wasn't all that great. It's like, well, what are you doing? Yeah. It's like you guys have been sitting on the fence for years. You're not going to make a decision, and you're doing
wasting a year of his development.
Yeah, and you're not actually addressing any of the other holes, like offensive line, like the defensive
secondary
backs. I mean,
safety.
It's like, yeah. I mean, it frustrates me because it's like I think he has great potential, but I'm afraid that we're just going to run him into the ground just like we did Jimmy, just like we did Alex Mack, just like we did Colin. I mean, it's like we put all the emphasis on that and not on what the decisions in the front office are. And really,
people seem to forget Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck was a generational kids. Yeah. There was this guy named Andrew Luck. He was great. He went to Stanford, great player. Retired before he was 30 because the Colts never figured out that you needed to give him an offensive line. It was a really sad story. He should be in the league right now. Andrew Luck, look him up.
Yeah. So I mean, and Coach and William killed it, but it's like, what is Kyle's role in it? I mean, when I saw Kyle do, QB power with Trey Lance, I was like, what the heck are you doing?
Yeah, man, what are you doing, dude? This is your franchise. What are you doing?
I mean, it's like Kyle's a definite genius, but he's not. He shouldn't have all the power, and he does.
No. Yeah.
And John
he abuses
Lynch, I like John Lynch, but I don't think he actually has any actual power.
Right.
I mean, because it seems like whenever a good decision's made, oh well, Kyle made that decision. But if it's a bad decision, oh well, John Lynch is trash.
What do you think on that one, John? Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, well, what power does John actually have? And I've heard you talk about too that, one of these days, years after they're all gone, we'll finally maybe know, someone will tell the story of what the actual dynamic was. But it's like, I wonder how much power he's ever had, because I think that it's always Kyle pulling the strings, or it's
I just think John's in charge of like talking to the media and whispering to the media. You know what I mean? He's got the media connections. He was in the media.
Well, and whenever it is a good pick, it's either Kyle or Adam Peters.
Peters.
It's never John's pick,
No.
It's
John and Jimmy are sort of the same. Like Jimmy is the scapegoat in the locker room, and John is a scapegoat in the front office. Whenever anything bad happens, John, how many times we got to tell you to get it together, John?
Well, and like what William said about Debo being, on the sideline, and Jimmy being like, "What the heck?" I mean, but it's true though. I mean, it's like, could you imagine what's going through Jimmy's head? He's like, Kyle, are you serious here? It's fourth down.
Throwing the game? Like, what is happening here? What?
Yeah, but Kyle's ego is the most important thing on this team. Always has been.
That's true. And sometimes his ego and the pursuit of winning go hand in hand. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they diverge, and he always goes with the ego.
And that's what as a fan worries me, is because he definitely has a lot of genius qualities, but when the ego gets in front of what the team and what it takes to actually win, that's what gives me a lot of concern. And I'm afraid for Trey Lance's future, because I think that he has a lot of potential, but only if he doesn't get in the way of Kyle's ego.
Oh, great call, man. Great. Well put. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
well, oh yeah, well, best to you, Grant. Appreciate you, and give your best to your dad. I always enjoy watching him, and good luck on the house hunting.
Thank you, Greg. Call in anytime.